Alex is a workaholic environmental lawyer who relies on her wonderful husband George to juggle her young son Dakota's school schedule, cooking for the household, and taking care of her aging and eccentric father. Too bad for her, turns out George is tired of all of it and decides he needs a change. With pretty much no warning at all, just walks out. A theme and character-driven film, Alex of Venice doesn't have much in the way of a plot. It's mostly about change in life, and make sure you're well aware of that. There doesn't seem to be any real message here other than change happens and people have to deal with it. How they deal with it doesn't seem to be all that relevant to the story. Alex makes some pretty poor decisions, in fact, and nobody seems willing to fight to make things work. Things are just left up to these almighty winds of change. The rather lazy breakup feels nearly as inconsequential as it does abrupt, and is pretty much just taken for granted. I failed to connect or empathize with any of these characters, and I don't think it's just because I can't relate to the specific circumstances they find themselves in. There are plenty of good films where that's not the case. It's because they all lack any real conviction and come off as rather two-dimensional and not all that likable. Things just sort of happen and they just sort of deal with them. There's no real emotion or substance to them or the story. Mary Elizabeth Winstead gives an admirable naturalistic performance as Alex, but to no real end and has little real personality. Like the rest of the characters here, she's merely a vehicle for us to quietly observe the omnipotent change that must occur in life. I wanted there to be something to like about her, but came up with pretty much nothing, much like the film itself. It wants to be truthful and meaningful, but ends up just empty. I give Alex of Venice a 2 out of 5. I'm Hamilton Whitney, and you can check out full reviews of this and other films, as well as movie screening giveaways on filmhamster.com.